Yeah, you know,
also hard to pass up. Down bottom, Liquid grouped up as 4. They're leaving that Ancient Apparition in the mid to soak up some experience and farm. Looks like they want to pressure this tower, but not committing too much to it. At least not yet. Just letting Matu chip away. Waiting to see how much Vici will react here. Here's the surprise inside. GH jumps forward onto the Witch Doctor, and Fest comes out, and he will fall during the duration of the silence. Not letting him. He is dusted up, so no Sandstorm to reset. It's going to be a double. Miracle grabs 2. Vici still in some trouble. Call down, and they're actually going to find the Underlord on top of it all. Matumba Man is way too big.
Or he has to drop a coil on an AA and doesn't get anything for it. They are just, you know, doing a very good job. I mean, look at them. They haven't left each other's side this whole time. No one is splitting up.
Well, and usually there's a drawback to this. You're moving around as 5. The opportunity cost is less experience, less gold farm. But Vici have kind of been able to have not been able to capitalize on that because Liquid have done such a good job finding kills with every rotation. They take the risk, but it pays off as they jump in again onto Underlord. Blink your eye and you would have missed it. The Beefcake falls.
The
Witch Doctor dies to the flat cannon. We saw that yesterday. A little bit of backdoor protection will keep Vici safe, but 2 heroes down, no buybacks available, and as the creeps enter the base, mid lane of barracks will fall. Still a tier 2 tower standing in the bottom, so they won't be able to get megas or anything like that, but maybe Liquid head top and try to grab another lane of barracks, sort of assuming that these buybacks might not be possible. Back and forth.
And all 5 heroes.
It's a dank cast, but I don't know if it matters all that much.
No, unfortunately it does not. Not for Vici Gaming here. And yeah, like stopping that push down bottom. Just everyone's back in the base, and where's your split push now?
He's just very close to expiring on Matumba Man, so needs to be aware of that timing here. Underlord again initiated on Ice Blast will finish him off. There's the Aegis utilized. In the grave for 45, no buyback as Paparazzi jumps in, tries to go in onto Kuro, gets the stun, but Force Staff keeps the AA alive, and it'll end up being a death for the Chaos Knight. Another hero down, no buyback, and 30 seconds of a 5v3. Here, this will be a final hold from Vici. They need this damage as the epicenter comes in, but Liquid are just surviving through it. Batu is too big, the BKB, and the GG. 21 minutes, 28-6. Liquid stay alive as Vici get eliminated.
Yeah, this was a game that, honestly, you can see the strategy from Vici. It does make sense in terms of like what the hero composition was supposed to do, but we saw the window. We discussed that if Liquid are going to win this game, they definitely have a chance to just snowball those primo moments
Trent,
too.
look how scary this is. They're going to trade tier 2 for tier 1. Up top, Complexity's tier 1 still has 700 HP. They go straight for the high ground. KP maybe in some trouble here. Dream Coil on 2. The silence. Ice Blast only hits the tide. The follow-up isn't quite there, but still the tier 3 has gone down. This Lycan pushes so damn fast. That's all they needed to unlock shrines at 22 minutes. Now in the backline, Z-Free channels the Epi, gets the purification, and down goes Faith. KP silence, not even going to be able to ravage here. He doesn't have enough mana. Even if he could, that Lycan mana drain hurts. The Guardian Angel comes. There's no way to dispel it. SCCC in a lot of trouble. Buyback now from KP. He needs this ravage. BKB from Mugi. Maybe they can turn this around. Z-freaking Moo will fall. Limp trying to make the Exodus. Silence coming out on both sides. He will get Yule's sceptered, and it will be hard for him to survive this one. So Complexity commit deep. It does cost them. However, they force out a buyback and get that tier 3 tower. Maybe now even losing 4 as Kyle gets caught by that homing missile. He will get finished off.
KB meta right now, but it's also just, it's an insane amount of damage. And
an insane stun duration.
Yeah.
Z-Freak down bottom, going to be hiding in the tree line as Newbie rotate 4. He's going to get bumped into by Kaka, and oh no, this could be the end of the Sand King. Force Staff Burrow Strike, but he gets dusted.
No?
And nowhere for the SK to go.
Kaka missed everything. The only thing he hit was the Yules. He missed the dust. He missed the burrow.
Complexity is smoked up. They're going to bump into Mugi. He'll use the BKB, but the Dream Coil tether gets snapped straight away. Great stun on 2 from the Nyx as he clips the lock.
Kaka's back, baby.
Buyback from Z-Freak. This could be a good fight for Complexity as they use the GA. Oracle survives through it. SCCC is alive for now. He has that fresh Eon Disc as the Ravage flies. Moo trying to stay alive, and now it's Complexity running out of resources. The counter initiation was there. Aegis from the Lycan will be utilized, and now his teammates are starting to drop. Sand King has no choice but to retreat, and Chessie without BKB or Shapeshift running out of options. Can't make it to the tree line, and it is Newbie all day. 3-for-0 exchange, and also bringing down the Aegis. Huge fight and huge gold swing of nearly 3,000.
push out this bottom lane.
You know, just like that groundhog that predicts the length of winter. You're really calling it, dude.
I got it.
High ground siege begins. Glyph gets utilized. There is no buyback on Kyle, so this will be a 5v4 for 30 seconds. With the Exorcism, this tier 3 taking a lot of damage, but Limp jumps in. Dream Coil on 3, does some okay damage, but there's just no follow-up until Z-Freak comes in with the Exorcism. It just tickles.
There's no
Chessie on the back line, doing a lot of damage to Fate, but he gets off False Promise. He might still be able to survive through this as Moo pops the GA and the Repel. They finish off the melee barracks, range still standing, and now this Omni Knight set to go down. No buyback on Moo. Ravage connects on Chessie, so he can't make it out, and now this Lycan will go down. No buyback on him either. Almost a shame for Newbie that they don't have any other tier 2 towers down, because this is the only lane of barracks they'll be able to secure.
Yeah, you know Cole aren't giving up this easy though.
No, he jumps out, the follow-up from Limp. Newbie could still come back in and try to clean this up. They were ready to retreat, and Complexity will hand over a few more kills before they make the exodus. 3 down, no buybacks. Newbie, not sure what the buyback status is. They're going to play it safe, and they will just retreat.
There's also no gyrocopter here, too, so it's hard to keep pressing on forward.
Very true.
Tier 2 top, tier 2 bot. Not really a whole lot to gain. They want another quick grab on a Kyle.
Back-to-back deaths on Kyle could be bad here. It's a nice stun from Z-Freak, but it does not keep the Ancient Apparition alive. The fake back from Newbie catches Complexity unaware. Kind of like get that AC, get the BOTs up on Lycan, and just engage the Rat.
A little bit of that, but mostly it's just like the vision game, like the Wolves are going through. You just want to spot what Newbie are doing. They're a 5-man heavy team fight lineup. That's how they've been winning this game. But if you can keep these tier 2s, you have a much better shot at it. So someone needs to focus bot, someone needs to focus top, and force at least that they have to go right through your tier 4s. And that time he doesn't miss a stun off.
Oh, Limp. That's another gem down.
Tier 4s, tier 4s.
They're doing it.
They don't want tier 2s.
Oh no, Complexity, they're smoked up out of the base.
Look at Fate. He smokes himself in the back too because he knows as long as he survives, he's gonna have the ulti there. What's their initiation?
Okay, here's Fate. He is going to break the smoke as they come up to the high ground. There is a glyph for the Radiant. Fate will have the false promise. He gets it off. KP has the Ravage, and it flies. Complexity in big trouble. 2 down without buyback. This could be the end of the game as Chessie in the shapeshift form tries to make it back to the well. He gets caught by Fuels. The follow-up stuff. No buybacks. Epicenter, the tickler, if you will, not going to do a hell of a lot as the tier 4s fall. And now this throne is exposed, and Complexity moments away from a loss. And Newbie, on the flip side, have just now secured themselves a seat in the main event of the Bucharest Major with $1 million on the line.
And you can't sleep on that Newbie team fight. Time and time again, they find their way back in these games by this ridiculous combination. You know, it usually starts off with something like Ravage, and then
frontliners, he'll be the one that has to kind of sniff out the Lina when she's Shadow Bladed looking for initiations. They put down some wards and Crystallize, just checking out the Roche pit. Ice Blast flies in, and Pain get confirmation that Na'Vi are not in the pit. Meanwhile, King RD blink forward, stun onto 2. Tavo, BKB Black Hole follow-up, and now the stun from Monkey King. Perfectly done by HFN. Now the Wukong's command, and they'll find 3. Genji does deny, but he actually stopped the Rubik from getting that counterplay.
Oh, I mean, there was no TB there anyway, honestly, so I don't think the damage to fall through much with a Black Hole, but there was certainly no chance as long as you're making that play.
It's just showing the coordination of Pain Gaming. They know they need to support this Enigma. Still, it is a 5v4. Exorcism is on. Wee has the cheese from last time, so he will have a reset. BKB from Crystallize has already been popped. A little bit of duration left. It's a nice stop. Dendy getting stunned up, though, and getting so low. This could be a dieback for the Lina, and it is. King RD gets picked off, but he buys back to boot. Crystallize without a BKB could be in some trouble. Do they have the stuns to stop the Thunder? General. They will bring down Duster, but Crystallize in a lot of trouble. He sunders Wee, and he's going to go down. It looks like the Death Prophet will not survive. This is Navi's fight.
Oh my god, how did they win that? That's Sunder.
4 on the side of Pain, and I think now Roche does go the way of the Dire. Metamorphosis still has some duration left. HFN maybe looking for an Aegis Steal, but needs to be very careful. King RD with an Epicenter. They don't want the Aegis Steal. They want the fight, but I think they're lacking on damage. They're going to lose HFN, and King RD, he's about to die back as well. They dust him, and it's a full 5-man white. Pain throwing away the lead that they had. No, HFN, it's not going to work.
He doesn't have a choice, so he just has to push out the waves. This isn't even going to fight Roche buyback.
Right. The bottom lane is pushing in. He's got to finish off the community.
Oh, then they missed the Ice Blast. They needed that. Like, this Sunder never would have happened if Duster connected with that. He had to be more patient, much like Crystallize was. That silence comes out, and then the Manta's there. The Sunder.
But now, back in the main game, Tavo getting initiated on Na'Vi. They want to push this advantage. They know if they can wipe him here, it could be back. A Black Hole on 2. Ice Blast to follow up Pain. Pain might be able to mount this defense. The Earth Splitter comes in. The Sunder does bring Tavo low, and Crystallize still alive. He has the Refresher Shard sitting in the bag. Buyback now from Tavo. Pain desperately trying to hang on. They'll use the Glyph, and now Crystallize on the run. He's got the BKB. He's got the... Oh, Sunder, he's back up. Crystallize is destroying Pain right now. The BKB is ready. He gets force stabbed to the low ground. He kills Duster, kills King RD. And now Pain are trying to pursue. They want to punish this as HFN Primal springs forward. Does find the stun on TB, but instead they focus onto Lil, who is just trying to make the escape. It will not happen as Spirit Siphon slows him down, and Tavo looking to chase General.
All at the same time. As he said, great patience by LeBron, not just instantly cancel. He understood Crystallize was going to be okay. You know, he was still very far outside of the base. There was no follow-up damage.
Yeah, and plus the Omni was also outside of it, so some additional heals. The GA was used there, so that is one of the good things going Pain's way, but it seems they're going to lose this entire lane. There's the stolen Black Hole, connects on 2. Monkey King in big trouble as the Elder Titan Stomp follows up. Laguna Blade onto Wii. He pops the BKB, but Earth Splitter brings him down. 2 dead without buyback, and this could be game. Make it 3. Na'Vi have all of a sudden exploded. This LeBron stolen Black Hole has shifted the tides, and now Mega Creeps are a reality for Pain Gaming. Monkey King just now gets his buyback.
Oh, there's a refresher for Tavo. Maybe this will be enough.
They'll try to make this final hole. Tavo needs the black hole of his life, and there it is. It connects on 4, but where's the damage? Duster doesn't have an ultimate, and there's no Wukong's command for the follow-up. Tavo dies. He does everything he can, but the support just isn't there, and this looks like it could be the end of Pain Gaming's run in the Bucharest Major.
Oh, this Na'Vi have been in control of this game. It didn't matter what objectives they took from Pain. They couldn't quite push deep enough, and it came down to a lot of those maneuvers. Getting down that bottom lane, the very early tier 3, creating this pressure down here. The itemization of the boot to travel onto that DP essentially came because of that, delayed that BKB, and they lost those key fights because of it. And Na'Vi take it. They will remain alive.
All right, CIS fans rejoice. Na'Vi still alive in the tournament. That makes them now 2-2, meaning they'll have to fight the next round through the draw.
Bait out the stomp and they can leap away from it, but now I'm not sure they can defend this. Resolution and OG, they really want this tier 2 tower, and they're going to find it, it looks like. The Breathe Fire, the last auto attack, and the Siege Creep gets the job done, and now Resolution will back the rest of OG. They'll try to glimpse it, but S4 baited it out with the Repel. Now they saw the Ear Splitter coming in. This will be on to 2, but they leap away in time, so it's only Ninja Boogie. He even gets off the Static Storm, but still, the Ensnare comes down. It's too little too late. The hook shot, it's on to 2. Mineski, can they turn this around? They get off the Dragon Tail. That'll be on the Bushi. He's getting low. He's got the Sanities. Meanwhile, Moon doing so much damage with the Starstorm. They're about to find both supports. They will fall. Resolution might be next as well. The Armlet's still going. The Sanities, he gets away in time. The Earth's still taking him down. It's going to be close. The Toggle, is it there? And it's not. He will get dropped down. And S4 tried to TP, but he will not be successful. Mineski, it looks so bad at the beginning of the engagement, but they are able to turn it around. Intention, OG know this. They're going to try to find for it. Mineski is here. They've got Jabs, who has had an amazing game of the Clockwork with the hook shots that he's been able to get off.
Oh, if they could find Moon here, that'd be huge.
They're going to look for Mushi, who does blink, but he doesn't get across the way. He will pop the BKB. It's going to be a man fight, though. The Astral comes in. Now the Force comes out. Mushi's alive. The hook shot from Jabs, but they've already lost Mushi, who's across the way. They will still find that Witch Doctor getting blown up by Muhu, who pops his own BKB. He's already used the Starstorm, still trying to fight. The Static Storm is there. It's on to 2, and now Mushi comes back, and they've got the Hex. S4 is in trouble. The Eul Scepter will come through, and it'll keep him alive for a moment, but the arrow will hit, and that will bring S4 down for 68 seconds. They've got the Breathe Fire. Jabs might fall. That's the gem on the deck if they can find it. They've got the Ensnare. They can't get there in time, and Moon just able to get away with the leap. Ice has rotated in. The Hex is back up in 3 seconds. No Tail gets off the Ensnare. Now Mushi coming in looking for the Orchid. The Mirror Image comes out. The Manta Style is there, and they will find this Ensnare. They've got the stop. They've got the kill. Mushi dead. Moon coming back in looking for the DK. He finds it for the Song of the Siren. No Tail wants this kill onto this Piranha, and he will find it. It's a double kill for Jerax. Now Ninja Boogie getting chased down. This is a battle and a half. Both teams going toe-to-toe. The Orchid on Jerax doing some work, but not enough to stop him from killing Ninja Boogie. Jerax getting low, but one last auto attack will not be there. And now the Naga trying to chase down the Nature's Prophet, who tries to TP away, but the Ensnare is there in time. They'll lose all 5. No Tail gets double kill. Jerax is still alive. The Tricks not able to bring them down, and OG win the fight. They get the gem. They get so much out of that engagement, Brax. My God. They're still fighting, actually, though. They've got Jabs with Fly. The Witch Doctor getting caught now. It is just a kill on the Fly. I don't think he's too concerned. It's not like he's carrying the gem or anything, but it's a nice little solo kill for Jabs that
OG are pushing, because that gives them the chance to just set up, right? All they have to do is sit there with the Dragon Knight in front, support him from the back, try not to get baited in.
They have okay high ground, but not enough to deal with the DK. They'll use the Astral to hook shot him from Jabs. He's going to try to find a target. It's just fly. The cock pushback is there. They've got the repel to the DK. He's actually taking a lot of damage. Moon has to pop the BKB. The Song of the Savage will go. They've got the ensnare to boot, and No Tail is running in. He's got decent auto attack damage, but No Tail can't stand and fight, and they might push them back for now. No Tail getting a little bit low. Resolution will find Jabs in the back line. Now they're going to continue on here, looking for Ice Ice Ice. Good static storm with the kinetic field coming out. S4 is able to walk out. The Yule Scepter's there. They might be able to get No Tail, but that's just the Aegis. They buy back on the Jabs. They're still trying to fight, chasing after S4. Mushi coming back to try to deal with No Tail, who's hexed up. He's got the repel coming out. It's a great stop with a Breathe Fire from Resolution, taking everybody down low, but they won't get the kills yet. Now they find Ice Ice Ice. Moon's already dropped down. Sandy's from Mushi trying to do what he can. The Naga is dead, but there's already 3 down from Meneski. It's going to be 4, and OG are about to take a second set of racks, and perhaps the game, Brax.
Oh my god. The game just spiraled out of control once OG started to pick up the items. Like, look at how these heroes build. Resolution, 4,000 health, 52 armor with the magic community. It's the distraction slack strategy, Mont. You group up with Omni Knight and run down a lane, and the enemy team can't fight you. Go figure.
Seems to be second game in a row we've seen this, where Omni Knight has taken control, and S4 has done just that, but it's been a group effort. Resolution, he got farmed eventually. He's able to do a lot of damage. They didn't really need No Tail in that engagement. He died twice, pretty much right in a row, and he didn't do much, and he didn't need to. And OG are able to take mega creeps. There is still no buybacks for any of Meneski. They're still dead for about 20 seconds. But you don't want to GG out. This is your turn. Big laning advantage. I mean, it's good later into the game, but...
Right, you have to snowball to a point where you have those items. You have the physical damage. You don't have to worry about this issue where BKBs come out and then you struggle to deal any damage at all.
Here we go, potentially the last fight of Meneski's tournament life now. OG trying to get their second win. They have that DD on Resolution. They really waited just to make sure they were ready for this fight, and they're going to head for Dragon Tail. They've got the BKB pops. Moon got blown away, dead for 85. That might be enough to finish this game off as Resolution just goes for the tier 4 towers. The Nature's Wrath will come through. That'll stop or at least slow the push for now, but not by much. Resolution continues on, working on the second tier 4 tower, and OG, they want to finish this off now. They've got the song. They're hitting the buildings. They're doing what they need to do. The Ancient is now exposed. The Mega Creeps are marching on in, and Mushi will pop the BKB. He's trying to fight, but look at the damage coming in from Resolution. It's too much. Mushi is now down. No buyback. They'll find a third kill, and that is it. It is GG. OG will move on to this Swiss format group stage, but Meneski, they are done.
Yep, OG moved to 2-2. They stay alive in this tournament. It was such a back and forth game. Well, I wouldn't say back and forth, but you could see the lineups really play themselves. Crest build on that profit.
It's good for the early Roche taking.
Yep.
And that's what we're seeing now. And TNC are coming in smoked up, though. They've got the call down, they've got the flat cannon, they've got Tim's with the magnetize up at 12, but not quite yet. The Infest comes into the Hellbear. He's going to infest out. Roche is low. The Bash comes in. Now they've got the Epicenter. No one will grab the Aegis, and this is trouble for TNC, but Ramsey's trying to run and looking for Cuckoo. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Roger will buy back. Ramsey gets ensnared. The Impale coming in the Static Storm. No one, though. The Spirit Siphon, the Exorcism coming back in at the perfect time, and now they've got the Burrow Strike. They found Armel, and Raven might be next. The Gosha comes in. Roger with that buyback. They've got the Silence. He's able to Timber Chain away. Ramsey is looking for more. He's got the Armlet Toggle. The Chakram will come out. The Timber Chain and Torrent misses, but Raven in trouble as Pasha gets off the Burrow Strike, the Crept Swarm, it's 4 dead. No one looking for more. They might find all 5. Pasha's out of mana, but I don't think they really need it. The X-Marks is going to bring him back in. The Torrent is there, and it's going to be a double kill for no one. Virtus Pro, not only do they take Roshan, but they get the best fight of the game so far, Brax. They're trying to decide what they want to do. They might just let this tower go. This tier 2 is pretty much already dead at this point. I think the glyph was already used. It was.
They might just want to sit around and fight once Exorcism runs out.
Here comes the wrap. Nyx Assassin's there. They've got the Centaur. Pasha has the Lifestealer inside of him. No one's there. Blink from Pasha. They find the Burrow Strike. They find the Infest out. And Cuckoo's already dead. The Chakram comes in. This looks to be a bad fight for Raven. And Virtus Pro is actually doing some serious work. Good Impale onto 2, but now Raven is in trouble. Static Storm, Ghost Ship. He'll be dropped down. TNC have lost 2. They might lose a 3rd as Samage gets silenced up. The Burrow Strike is there. Virtus Pro playing as 5, another 3 kills along with the tier 2 tower and maybe more. Yes, they don't have Exorcism, but forcing out a Raven buyback could be game ending here for TNC if you're not careful.
That was also an Arcane Rune Death Prophet ultimate.
Epicenter getting channeled. They've got the ward on Tim's, the Vision, plenty of damage. The Torrent follow-up from Roger. It's a 7k lead for Virtus Pro, and now the tier 3 under siege with no glyph available. all of a sudden, Brax, Virtus Pro are on the edge of taking this game, getting into the playoffs for the Bucharest Major.
I'm just not saying a lot. There's no way for them to take a fight on their terms. There's no way for them to set it up.
Out, and that is going to be a dead Armel. Dead for 55. This is not looking to be the Gyrocopter Rapier game we are so used to seeing in this tournament. Kinetic field onto Cuckoo. They want to bring him down, but more importantly, they want to bring the buildings down. Ramses is going to work with the SMY. The Impale on Mana Burn will come. The Burrow Strike follow-up from Pasha is there to start things off in the fight. The Crypt Swarm, they've got the X-Mark back. They got the Torrent. That should be enough damage to secure the kill, and it will be. They get the melee racks, and Virtus Pro know that they don't want to take too much, so they will back themselves up to safety, and they will all TP home.
Our buttons? No? All right, we're not going then.
TNC with an aggressive smoke maneuver.
Yep,
Maybe they can get something out of this. Ramses is not really the target they want to go for.
He's such a hard hero to go for, right?
He has Aegis, so...
Yep. If they go for him and VP's around...
Roger now spots Cuckoo. They get off the Impale, though. The Chakram will come through, but he's rather tanky. The Rage gets off the time. There's the open wounds. And the Ghost Ship say goodbye to Cuckoo. The Epicenter getting channeled. The Veil drops down now. That'll be a double kill. Damage will fall. Again, the Bug getting squashed once more. Armel popped the BKB to no avail. The Eul Scepter back on the Raven. The Static Storm goes, but he's out of it, actually. He will Eul himself up. He was out of the kinetic field, at least for the moment. The Burrow Strike is there. The Torrent. And Ramses' auto attack damage with the Spirit Siphon is more than enough to get the kill. Short of a monumental collapse or a gigantic comeback for TNC, all they really need to do is just be patient and get the rest of the buildings taken care of for Virtus Pro.
Yep. Go down the checklist.
There's a good word to spot out no one, but he seems to be aware of something. They've got Solo behind him. Armel, Solo, that is a dead Disruptor. A nice pick. The silence comes out too little too late. That might slow things down for Virtus Pro, so some extra time for TNC to get maybe a fight set up as they're looking for Ramses and Pasha, who is invisible. Blink Burrow onto two. The Nullifier is about to come out there. His Armel just has to run. He can't fight without his BKB, and the rest of his team will do the same. The root onto Tim's from the Ancient Prowler Shaman, but he will be able to roll away with a Rolling Boulder. On the other side of the fight, they've got Nyx Assassin locked down. The Ghost Ship came in. Nullifier is there, and that is a dead hero.
That pesky Ancient Prowler Shaman.
Yeah, that Prowler Shaman almost brought him down.
I feel like you just like to say Ancient Prowler Shaman.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. People don't know what it's called. It's been in the game for a bit, but they don't know what it's called.
It's good to know what it's called.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Armel X Mark's about to be torrented. His BKB is up. He will use it. The Epicenter comes out in time, but not before Armel is able to get the BKB off. So he'll try to fight with Call Down. No one will get the Aeon Disc pop. There's the silence. Good stun onto 3. The Magnetize, the Impale. That's the Aegis gone. The Burrow Strike there. They've lost no one. This is so far a good fight, and now they're going to find Pasha, who's dead for 73 as well. Ramses is going to work on the buildings. He knows he just needs to get this racks, and at the very least, that'll give them some more to work with. He will back himself up. They have the Boulder Smash coming in. Raven is there. He's got a triple kill. He's about to get an Ultra. They won't give it to him. Instead, they will give it to Sam H, who gets the Wicked 6 spree, but the damage has been done. They've lost the mid racks. They've lost the melee racks in the top lane. They only really have Pro are grouping together in the top lane. Again, that Nullifier is ready for Pasha. They have the Infest Bomb into the Sand King. Blink Force, which travels well, makes him pretty speedy for Pasha. That's the initiation they're looking for. Armel's job is to not get nullified, essentially, and that is easier said than done.
Look at how far back he's sitting. He knows that they're just looking.
Blink Burrow, they found him, but Armel pops the BKB in time. The Flat Cannon going. They've already dropped Cuckoo. I don't think they're really that worried. No one did use his Aeon Disc. They're trying to find more. The Exorcism will go. No one pops his own BKB, but Armel's BKB is done, and now you need to consider backing. Trying to bait up the Exorcism. If you lose the range racks top, it's not that big of a deal, but losing Mega's bottom might be the significant portion.
Yes, they might want to just forfeit this fight and go back down to bottom lane to defend that so they can try to play again when Gyro has his BKB up. If they die here, this could be game.
Sam H, Armel's trying to do some work here. The Rolling Boulder in from Tim's. There's 2 dead. Sam H with no buyback. The Ghost Ship coming through as well. Actually misses. The Gems on the deck. Virtus Pro should back up together as a team and stay safe, and I think they'll do just that for now. Ramses is actually going back in with no one. No one will heal up momentarily as the Ghost comes back to him. Armel, the Burrow Strike coming through. They found Raven. This could be a big kill. The Nullifier, but he's able to get the Timber Chain away to Call Down. They've got the Static Storm of the X Mark back, and Raven is dead. No buyback. He's down for 42. It's not that long of a time, but when you're losing your base, feels like ages. They have lost Megas at this point, and now they're going to find Cuckoo yet again. Virtus Pro, they've taken 3. Armel, I don't care if you've got the Gyrocopter Rapier. I don't think it's going to be enough. He gets nullified. He's getting run at by Ramses. It's a double kill, and it's all about to be 5 dead, and TNC will GG. They've lost 2 in a row, and Virtus Pro make their way into the playoffs, Brags.
Even with the Rapier, still can't fight the Lifestealer, right? We need those other items that we've seen in the other previous games, like the Satanic, Butterfly, even Eye of Scotty and some of them. Just wasn't enough. It's undetected.
Just another integral part of Nature's Prophet.
You know, this might play against Secret because they think they're safe. You know, they got that sneaky ward down, but they're smoked in.
They seem to be aware something's happening. I mean, look at Puppy's position with mid one also down here with the Sange. They're going to blink in. There's the Avalanche. They're going to try to find Ace, and they will get the kill. The combo's enough with the Shuriken toss, and Puppy might be next. Pycat getting low, though. He's got 6 charges. The Sprout is there, though, and Fada wants to finish him off. They've also got the Stomp, and Zai's in trouble. The Earth Splitter coming out. They're going to turn this around with the Burn Strike. The Chain Frost is going to bounce through. Is it going to be enough? CCNC is still alive. Mid one getting low, but 3-3 cannot bring it down the Sandstorm. The Avalanche from the trees. It's a double kill for mid one. It's 4 for 3, and as good as that looked for Optic, man, Secret were ready for it. They came back in. The Earth Splitter was beautiful, but it's not done yet. Fada, one auto attack away. Can CCNC get there? It's going to be close to the trees. It won't be enough, but they will turn and they will find CCNC. It is a bloodbath, and Secret find all 5 kills in Optic. And I feel like 49 minutes in, it's 17-15.
And this game does not seem like it's going to end anytime soon, does it?
No, not at all. And we've had a lot of barn burners, and the kill score seems high, but it's not. It feels that the pace is slowed to a crawl at this point in the game.
Yep.
But it is certainly tense, as mid one might be gone on by CCNC. Hits him with the Avalanche, the epicenter. Can they blow him up? Yes, they can. He's down for 90. The nullifier's there. CCNC in trouble. They've dropped 2 now. CCNC still getting chased, but Ace has to run, and Yap start keeping away. There's the Shuriken from Zai, and it's 3 dead, and now Secret have to back themselves up. They will continue to split push with Vada. I don't even know why I have to say that at this point. You already know that it's happening. Optic will back up, though.
Yep, it's Roche time. Time to slay Tiny's boss.
They have the Astral heading over to the Roche pit. They have a Stomp available. This is where Yapster will come into play. The Stomp will take them out of the pit for now, and he'll continue to spam that. It's back up in 6 seconds. At least the Stomp is. The Astral will come back in.
Oh,
and then...
Goodbye, Puppy.
Okay, he is just dead. BKB for CCNC. They get off the Hex on the mid one. He's in trouble. The toss coming in. Pycat with the static link going. Mid one pops his own BKB. He has no Satanic yet. The Force Forward, they really want mid one, but he's so fast. He's able to hightail it back into the high ground. But the Burrow Strike is there on the Ace. The toss is up as well. The Avalanche is a double kill for CCNC. And that is no buyback. Ace down for 82 seconds. Bata is going to have to continue to do what he's been doing all game, but Optic are now on the doorstep of the Tier 3 tower in this mid lane. They've got a small creep wave that is just alive, but look at the damage that they are doing. This Tiny is crushing this Tier 3 tower. There are 2 dead. The Burrow Strike on the mid one. He has no BKB. He gets hexed. He's got the cheese. I'm not sure he can get it off in time. Great stop. He's able to eat it because the Apsor is there with that Astral Echo Stomp combination, but they are still losing their racks. CCNC is hitting so hard, and so is Pocket now with 148 damage stolen. It is a full set of racks down in this mid lane for Optic, and they will back up and more than likely head to Roche. And watch this thing fall. The Nullifier comes out. They want CCNC dead. They can't do anything. He gets Lotus Orb. Nullifier will do nothing once that comes out. But the deity is down. He has a Moon Shard on CCNC. He has a Silver Edge. He has bots 2. He is, for all intents and purposes, 6 slotted. Perhaps even 7 slotted. And gets rid of the boss, maybe. They got the Burrow Strike initiation on the mid one, but they were waiting for him. 3-3, the one in trouble. The Lotus Orb will keep him alive. The Maledict taking him down. Big kill for Secret. That's him dead for 100 seconds. And now Optic forced to back, and now they have to fight with Vodsa down to the bottom lane. But he's not going to go too far. He's going to sit in the trees. They're still chasing him back on the other side of the map. As mid one wants PPD, they're keeping in with Vada. The Sprout will be there. They've got the Nullifier off first, and the York and the Chain Frost bouncing at the Avalanche, but it's hitting the creeps more than anybody else. It was a good effort. That's just the Aegis, though. They've got the Astral, but PPD is so freaking squishy. That's the gem. It's dead. That is actually huge for Secret. That's 3 kills. They got the Sand King as well, and they got Zai at the end of the fight.
Zai had a gem.
Lich even longer, dead for 43, no ice armor. This could be evened up quickly. Avalanche comes out, mid one has the Satanic.
No ice armor makes a huge difference here.
It is massive for Optic. They're going to lose a set of racks, almost assuredly, maybe even 2. Bada gets the Tier 3 tower in the top lane, but they're losing the rack spin, and it's gone. Secret, they've done it so far. Can they get more out of this? They're heading bottom. That Tier 3 will fall. They might lose another full set of racks. The Glyph will go. Pycat doesn't want to fight. They don't have their Sand King initiation. They don't necessarily need Peter, but they need to find something. The static link going. Pycat will pop a BKB. Puppy gets off the Aeon disc and the Death Ward, but he's still fine for now. They're still sieging. They get the top range racks. They'll get the bottom melee racks. They're about to get it all. Pycat has to run it. They will lose the bottom melee racks as well. The Hexes are coming out, though. They're going to thwack him down. The Burrow Strike. They keep the range racks alive. Mid one is still there. He's trying to auto attack. CCNC will fall. He has to buy that. Mid one pops the Requiem. Pycat trying to defend the base, but the base is gone. Mid one, BKB, and he's got the epicenter coming up for the Sand King. They've got the Hex that is a dead mid one, but he has buyback, and so does Ace. Did they get Megas? They got Mega Creeps. They got Mega Creeps for Secret, but they will find Fodder. They get off the Hex. They get off the Avalanche combination potentially. There's the toss-up. They've got the tree going. Dead for 100 seconds is him, but they have Mega Creeps. They have buybacks, Brax. This is incredible. What a turnaround for Secret. 5 though, and he doesn't have to buy back. He is up in 12 seconds, and that is big. The buyback is still alive and available.
Optic just can't afford to back up here. If they back up, they're just going to have to play against Mega Creeps with the Nature's Prophet. This is the last stand mod.
They have to go for this. Optic down Mega. CCNC doing as much damage as he can. Puppy in trouble, but he has the A on disc. He's still alive. The Burrow Strike coming in, but they won't really find anything with it. 3-3 needs to back up. The Lotus Orb is still available. They've used one on the Tiny. They have another tree grab coming in. Plasma Field is there. No Nature's Prophet TP, not yet anyway. The Tier 4 getting low. CCNC popping the BKB. They want the Tier 4 towers, but that's not going to be enough to win this game. They're looking for Puppy. They should find him here with a toss combo, but CCNC getting low. He'll fall. Dead for 125. It's all to Pycat, and the chain from Puppy getting low, he will fall, the Yaxor doing the work. Puppy buys back, the Ancient going down, but it's not enough. Ace gets a double kill, the Sand King buying back, but they will lose the Lich as well. Now TPing in, Zai back at the fray, 3-3 needs to run. They're all pushing forward for Secret, they're looking for more. They might find the Sand King again, another force, have the Burrow Strike out there, barely hanging on. Fana TPs and he BKBs, Zai is getting low, the Hex is there, they've got the Bloodthorn, they've got that kill. It's 96 seconds without the Tiny, 79 without the Bounty Hunter. I'm not sure how they can do this, but Secret, it looks like they've done it, Brax. It looks like they've come back. Look at that gold swing. What a fight. My lord.
Well, Secret up 1K gold. That's it.
I don't even know what this game is, Brax. I'm going to be honest with you.
That was pretty well played from Secret. Ace has the buyback. He sat there in the front line, baited out all the spells so that Shadowfin can actually dish out the damage. Uses the buyback, then Optic Gaming are put in this awkward position where they've pivoted everything.
They have no Tiny for 60 seconds.
Yep. No buyback on CCNC's Tiny.
Ice Armor can only do so much for you.
Oh, let's see.
The Tricore is coming through in the end. They are still not out of it yet, though. Lich getting run at, the Nullifier is there, they have the Lotus Orb, they're saving it, they use it on Pycat instead, they need to keep him alive. Lich is down, it's 2 heroes alive, Fada's getting low, but Pycat has to do it all on his own. Fada TP's away, the Death Ward, Pycat gets back to the well, but the Tier 4s are getting overrun. They're going to find more, the Sand King nullified him, he gets off the Burrow Strike, but now he's falling low, the Spirit Vessel taking him down and bringing him down, dead for 120 seconds. GG is called! Secret comeback from one set of racks down. They get the Megas at the end of the game. What an absolutely outstanding comeback from the European team, destroying Optic in that game at the end, and they will make it on to the playoffs.
Mod, I give you permission to call that one a barn.
A little too tanky there. If Miracle is more successful in some of those early rotations, I mean, he's 3-1-1. He's not doing bad, but if he had a little bit more levels, could have been a completely different fight.
They're going to go for mind control. S4's got Firefly, Blink Dagger, Blink Lasso, Dragon back in. They already did the weave as well. GH, Burrow Strike, trying to create some space. Kuro, the silence. Resolution at the right time. Here comes Jirax, a 1-2 kick. Way too easy. In GH in the trees, you can try and hide, but you really can't not get burned. OG, they're just barreling through Liquid. How do they stem this? Bleeding when OG want to keep running. The kicks fly forward. Miracle actually got hit by that. And the Yule Scepter. They've got so much damage available. They're diving underneath Tier 4 towers. Resolution gets a triple kill. And they go all the way in the Tier 4 while the Tier 1 is up on top. And that's what Mind Control is running straight back past now. S4 wants to go for more. In 5 seconds, he'll have the Blink Dagger available. And Mind Control begins his TP. There's nothing that will cancel this.
So they'll just go back.
Mind Control can TP, but this is why Jirax is being sent out to the front lines. He doesn't want a kicker. You gotta wait. Mind Control will get the movement speed, but Jirax body blocks. He blinks forward, turns on the Magnetize. Now the kick will come because S4's in range. And Mind Control, they're gonna put in all the damage. The Necro books are here too. He tries to turn. GH is coming late. Is there going to be enough damage from this? Fly still perfectly positioned in the backlines. So the chase begins from OG. We've seen this once before, and we're going to see it again right now. GH, a Burrow Strike down, will not save him. Resolution will get the kill. Now it's Montubaban, next primary target for OG. Support is there with Jirax, and there you go. Resolution, double kill, and there she blinked further enough, far enough forward. The Kuro, the man that kind of started this avalanche, dies at the very end of it. Here comes OG. Necro's off cooldown for No Tail. They can go once more. GH Sandstorm's well away from the tower.
No glyph.
And with no glyph available, and Exorcism up. This could actually be top racks. You don't even have Dragon Form for 47 seconds. Mind Control will try and fight here.
He's got the DD at least.
He's got the ulti. He needs everyone to group up. But at the moment, there's your lasso. The jump in, Jirax, the two-man silence. Miracle's going down. He needs to live through this. The rock from Kuro with the fatal bonds. That's heavy damage into OG. Fly's doing as much as he can, but he's out of mana. He can't repair it. So GH's Burrow Strike forward kills off No-Tail and strands Resolution inside the Radiant base. A Yule Scepter, is it going to delay the inevitable? Nope, he gets a lot of life back. GH sits his ground. He's got Burrow Strike available. Connects over towards Dazzle again. Where is his heal? He's got a Shallow Grave up. He goes to the Shadow Wave to begin with, but this Rock Golem on his tail. He can't stay close, and he knows it. Resolution all by himself. You can get a 4-man silence. He needs the movement speed with the one charges, and his regeneration. The kick flies forward from Jirax. It'll only catch on the Warlock and the Yule Scepter. Trying to buy time by keeping Matoman up in the air, but Kuro finishes the job.
So much AoE damage being dealt, especially from like Batrider to his allies. I feel like the Fatal Bonds right there won the fight.
The Wolves are out. They're scanning out Roshan. Jirax was quick to put Nern Charge. It was his last one onto GH. So GH can't blink initiate for the moment. Jirax waits for it. Magnetize is in 7 seconds. They want to wait for this. Batrider's got the blink lasso. You still don't have the Death Prophet rolling Boulder in. They look for the timing. GH's Burrow Strikes for money, while DK controlled for the moment thanks to the lasso, but already ES is down. Fly has to self-grave. The only way to save it. No Tail. Does he still want to fight this one? They've withstood a hell of a lot already, Team Liquid. Licking some wounds, but Roshan by 400. Dropping low. Here comes ES with the buyback. Aegis and Cheese has been gathered. And OG have nothing more to give. In fact, they've hung around so long now that No Tail is getting caught out inside the river on the steps. A quick force off from S4. Tries to create space. And Jirax in again with the silence kick. SK needs to back off. Resolution's bringing the damage. Miracle will be killing off No Tail in the tree lines back in the mid lane. But it's Resolution running forward, wanting the revenge onto Matoma with Mind Control, pumping out all the impairs so much. He's only really got 2 left up his sleeve. But that physical damage gets through Matoma finally. It'll cost Jirax his life as Mind Control begins the run, but the Spirits don't care about Untouchable. They'll touch it all over, and goodbye Enchantress. A triple kill for Resolution. Good looking for the kill, but no one obliges. Jirax is pulling an AUI 2000, sitting in the trees on bottom, just continuously pushing.
There's a double agent Spy Wolf scouting out OG.
The Burrow Strike. S4. He's got a Yule Scepter available, forced off to begin with, but he needs a Yule straight away too. Those impetuses from Mind Control just shredded him.
And that was all Mind Control stealing a wolf there. They did not realize that they were being spotted, but the double agent wolf, man, notice both of the cores, allows them to initiate on Batrider, and all of a sudden the whole game has changed. He's got to buy back here.
I thought this game was hot, but we just turned into the Cold War. OG on the defense. They're breaking the Lincoln Sphere of Juggernaut. Here goes your Burrow Strike in deep from GH. Look for that target. They all try and bounce back out again, but S4 gets the lasso. The rock, it only clips S4, and there's your kick all the way through from GH. Oh boy, hard for him to stand. Mind Control, I know you're untouchable, but you're in real deep, man. You're real deep. Now your BKB will wear off as well. He's on 53 HP. The Necrobooks will have to finish the job with the Lycan, but now you've got a stranded Dragon Knight all the way in the mid lane. Miracle begins his TP out. Matoman will not be so lucky as they're on stun. Is there something to stop Miracle? There was nothing. Matoman will still die. The tier 3 talent takes heavy damage, but the timing of this fight couldn't be worse for Team Liquid.
So that means they're going to do like a Burrow Strike with a Warlock Golem follow, maybe a Dragon Knight stun or Sanking stun, but that's one guy and a little bit of AoE here, whereas OG has S4. Exorcism and Lasso.
Watch S4 like a hawk. He's the one, the Owl Rider, not even a Bat Rider, he's an Owl Rider in this game, looking for the target. Miracle almost presenting himself with the lasso. Matoman jumps in. S4, he's in the back line. He got Kuro. There's only from him, but the fire strike from GH was great. Jirax saved by the Shallow Grave of Fly. The Yule Scepter up. S4's alive as well. They did bring down Resolution. That's a huge streak to end. The Death Rock is out, but how much did you commit just to kill off Kuro? S4 will also tick. No Tail starting his TP. They regret their decision, OG. They did not start with the initiation they wanted. They pushed so hard for it.
With 2 heroes getting caught, maybe maybe Fly misclicked in terms of grave, but
I mean, Liquid are coming. Straight down mid, they'll use the Mantra Illusions of Miracle to push out the lane. You do have Jirax giving a nudge to the bottom, and OG are nearby. But Liquid under the cover of smoke. Who's going to be the closest one to it? The smoke breaks. Instant blink on the fly. Lasso from S4. He gets hit by the Kuro Rock. They are just locking down this Outrider. But with the Yule Scepter, Omnislice is almost completely wasted. But Miracle, he has a double damage rune in this fight. The Rock will finally drop again from the Death of Warlock. These stuns just chaining out. And OG have no real answer. Even the Shallow Grave from Fly. It'll buy some time for resolution, but not enough. Down he goes. 3 heroes without buyback for OG, and this is the ticket to push, the ticket to ride straight down the mid lane and potentially into the quarterfinals.
Could this just be the end of the game here? I mean, they've got to hold on for a really long time here. I mean, this is tier 4 towers still.
You got 2 supports only to do this.
Liquid's got really good pushing. They have AC on Dragonite as well. He's still got his ultimate for a bit.
I like
no, they're going to do the safe thing.
Jirex has 6,000 gold. Like, is this when you buy some kind of item that can help you?
I'm not sure, like Glimmer Cape maybe, or no, they're going for the tier 4s. They're going to try to end it right now. They don't see the buybacks yet, so they know they can't come up.
Oh,
is this it?
Fat Rider's up. He's got lasso. They need to get a double lasso kick into the fountain. That's the only way right now they can save themselves. They go with the fire strikes. Jirex, oh, they got one. They're pulling him back. The Ancient is still exposed. They got him in range of the fountains of Miracle. Extra damage, but the Ancient is going down. Jirex goes back in once more. They need to hold the line. 1.1k, 900, 600, almost 0. It is 0. Team Liquid will take the game in 44-33. It was not clean. It was Swinger. And OG have those 3 heroes going down without buyback.
Trying. So they'd love to take the tower, but still got it looks like they have a tree on their team. This thing's still so healthy.
And the aggressive vision. It was too obvious that wall was going to be placed, so Optic get rid of it. The blink, still waiting for the right time. Exorcism on cooldown for 83 seconds. The fire strike onto Kyle. He actually stalled himself. He needs to get out this one. Hand of God, lost the stampede. Complexity, close the distance. They look for PPD in the tree line. The Death Ward does some really good work, but they need a little bit more. Finally, PPD will fall, but in they go. Oh, the stun! D-Freak locks him down. Pycat came in, but here's 33 with the epicenter damage. Complexity don't want to find it. ET buys back. That Spirit Stomp needs to be perfect. Chessie turns around because he's being sent back home. Keeps the attention of Optic just long enough for Z-Free to complete his own TP.
Octarine instead of the
Pycat?
No, I'm talking about CC.
I'm thinking Pycat for solo kill on Z-Free.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was chasing him as he de-warded. But now you'll have wait, no! He dodges with the waveform! Keep the run going! No, okay, 33. He's there for the Burrow Strike.
That's pretty cool. One way to dodge a spell, tunnel into the ground.
Yeah, but now Rubik is dead again. Exorcism is off cooldown. And that push on top lane this time is nowhere near as threatening. They don't have the creep wave in mid, but they've got it on bottom with the double catapult. So Complexity, they're TPing back the reinforcements. Fortifications buying time. Moo with a double horse stop. They actually force out CC in very deep. And the Burrow Strike. 33 hits the money with the waveform forward left, winding up the ultimate. He's trying to repair the damage, but both Highcat and well CC and C were protected by their BKBs. So the bottom lane of Rax, Optic have cracked it.
They finally won a team fight with Exorcism still going. And it really just took BKBs at the right time there. Cole was forced to react.
Exorcism is running out now. They've lost their push.
Might take one more tower before they get out. There's 2 dead heroes though. They can maybe continue this. See how greedy Optic want to try to be.
Moo, he's in there. Limp with the razors. He's got 36 souls ready to go. Has to Yule Scepter to dodge the E-Blade attack. Kyle right in the middle. He can't really do much apart from die and grab. But this now with more heroes and including the Shadow Fiend with no buyback available, Moo just has to 4-man stomp to slow things down, but he'll be sacrificing his life, and perhaps with it, the game buyback is available, but you just don't have the damage.
And that is all that Centaur can do. Jump in, stun, double edge.
They're actually going to try and finish it now.
It's 3 dead heroes. There's no buyback on Shadow Fiend. They can bring Centaur back, but we saw his contribution. How's he going to combo the Chen?
Without call down as well. They don't have that big AoE. Fly cannons up.
He's got BKB, but he's trying to hold it out. And Morsling's trying to get him to bait it.
It's just missile spam. At least you got a lot of life on that center when you got the Integrated Golem, but now Horse Stomp, well, they got it onto the Morphling, but will he go down? The Penitence is there. Chessie needs more damage. Pycat, oh, the BKB is up. Kyle, he wants to go for a grab. Was he actually end up stealing? Okay, yeah, you can steal Morph. That's a nice thing to keep himself alive. Shadow Fiend's almost alive. Optic, they've taken the tier 4 towers, but they haven't finished the game just yet.
Playing with Drum Tranquils, but the amount of movement speed advantage it gives you in a team fight is huge, but everybody else on his team is very happy. Even Zai's super farmed. Yules and Force and Crimson Guard. They've got all these ways to keep people alive.
Still at the end of that double damage room. Moo jumps in, gets the hoof stomp, Lim winds up, CCNC almost going down to that. Still with the BKB on, but Pycat turns into the gyro once more. PPD's Deathward, forcing Moo away. 33, doesn't have Burrow Strike, just the epicenter slow on Moo. He's being sent back and protected by the Lincoln Sphere, but it leaves Z-Freak exposed on the front lines and brought down for almost a minute.
And they get the gem as well, if they'll find it in the trees. Cole's on the verge of defeat here. If they lose their cores one more time, they're not going to have money for buybacks, so they've got to play and turtle really hard. They've got no DP ulti at least.
Yeah, but they don't really need it unless something like this happens. 33's in pretty deep. He's almost down, 4 staffed out, still alive on 420 HP. Didn't actually realize he's got 2.5k, but with the stomp into the splitter, this is gonna hurt. It's back-breaking, and GG, well played. Optic is calling it. You don't actually have it out from Complexity. Yep, but there it is. GG, good luck further. Optic Gaming will advance into the quarterfinals, the playoffs of the Bucharest Major by PGL.
It's got to feel tough for Cole there. They started 2-1 in the group stage. They look like they were on the verge of qualifying, but they lost their earlier match today and now losing the game.
Both the Bramble Maze as well as the Shadow Realm, which was the starting attack.
Just trying to interrupt the Blink Dagger so that he could actually commit to a kill, but Odie gets out and they may turn.
Blink Dagger forward, Puck's waiting for the movement, and Dendy only just arrived at this party, and Terrorize pushes the OD back the other way. Raven has the range, but he's also got the Cursed Crown on him. The Raw holds him in position, and Puck is, I believe, trapped in the trees. Samage cannot get out of here. Now he can with the ult forward. LeBron looking to be the one who's going to receive it, and Cuckoo, what a cast, what a death ward, right in the right place, at the right time, a lot of rights, and even the shards holding in Lil. He'll decide to try and turn, going into that Shadow Realm, got the Cursed Crown, the Tusker with the call down to TNC. Maybe bit off more than they can chew when Dendy is here. The phase shift from Sam H able to dodge a lot of the damage, but when you just have Raven turn around for the Sunder, Na'Vi just doesn't have the life anymore or the power to battle against Raven. They're doing as much as they can. The Cursed Crown will stun up Raven, but it's time for Dendy to get back to the tower.
Great
the Dragon Tail Armel under the tower is too much, and the damage, no, the defensive imprisonment. Lil is trying to get that Shadow Realm damage in, and now OD can't get out of it. He's, oh wait, there is a small pass away from the Breathe Fire. 4-star from Blink. Mel is away. Coming from direct ahead, actually aggroing up the Ancients. Not quite certain he meant to do that, but the orb lets him know. Roshan's at 50%. The Necro Books and Centaur are the ones tanking up and out right now for Roshan.
Armel is not going to be there in time. Doesn't have Blink, doesn't have Force. He'll be there in a second, though. Maybe.
General, he's in the trees. There goes the Bramble Mace. The instant roar on the puck. He never got the Dream Call off. The perfect control. General hit it right in the noggin. Same thing for Tusker. Getting stunned up. He'll go into the snowball and inside the pit. Crystallize actually snatches the Aegis more than that after Armel jumped in. He got the last hit onto Roshan, but they're on the run. The Terrorize. They're forced away. The Breathe Fire plus the Axes. It's enough range magical damage. Raven can potentially fight underneath the shrine. He's got at least an escape mechanism through the Sunder. Butterfly before any other mate, like after the BKB.
Yeah, it's not that uncommon just because BKB makes you magic immune, Butterfly will make you not physical immune, but much better against physical. Not to mention the movement speed. They're going to maybe catch him here, though.
Well, General sitting behind. This may give TNC pause for concern. LeBron's not too far out either, so there's your jump in. And, they force him and snap. Instantly, the Dream Call. No way to protect yourself from that. Once the Aghanims was up, he didn't even get his BKB off in time. So LeBron on the run. He can shard block the way, but when you got double blinks available, they banish him up. The Bramble Maze is to the north. But LeBron will never reach it. Glimmered. Wait, they have detection, right? Okay.
Dude, I think that was a Beastmaster Force staff on the gyro. He goes for it.
Yeah, he does. He's going after it.
It's half up time. This is a pretty decent time for him to commit it.
LeBron's trying to get closer. I don't know if he can wrap around the back here. Shards.
It's going to be General that goes in.
Out. Roshan's down to 4.2k. There's your jump in. The Dream Call to Crystallize in general, but the call down is fantastic. And not to mention the fear. It was huge. They're all running away, TNC, when they wanted to engage. Isolating Tims on the wrong side of the river. This is exactly what we said TNC didn't want to have happen. But they may still come in to fight. Raven is there. Buyback is out from Tusker. They're going to get into the engagement. BKB of OD. They found LeBron stuck in the tree line. Stun up to Terrorblade. He wants to keep fighting. 4-star forward. Trying to break free. Able to do so. The BKB starting to wear off, but the Raw out from the Beastmaster. looking to get that die back onto Tim's. It won't happen. Roshan still alive, 4.2k. Denny's got a little bit more of this Dragon Form left. The Sharp Block is great, but the Bramble Maze really causes a clusterfuck in front of Roshan. They want to have another crack. The orb from Sam H. They won't go forward. In fact, he'll have a homing missile on his tail in just a second. Roshan still licking his wounds as TNC re-enter the pit. 37 seconds until you have that Metamorphosis back off cooldown. And Na'Vi, do you feel like you can stop this Dragon Form? Still up for only a couple more seconds. The Bramble Maze is down again, Sam H. He was able to get the Dream Coil off, but it only affected over on Lil. The call down is great as they all just zip their TNC in front of Roshan. He's at 900 HP. They're running in, but then again, General dies in front of the pit. Buyback, yeah, you bet. He's coming back into this engagement. Lil is on the run, hiding inside the Shadow Realm, but he can't get out of this one. The stuns are too much. Actually, the rest of the team, they've turned back over to Roshan. They can't move too far away from the pit. This is still the crutch of this situation. Roshan at 950 HP, even stunning the Terrorblade. General, the Bramble Maze is back inside again. He's looking for the Roar. The Axe is flying in. Denny's inside the pit. Roshan killed by the Radiant. Snatched out by Raven. He got the Aegis Immortal's Cuckoo's position for the Death One. It's forcing Denny to run away. The orb damage is way too much. They're chasing down Crystallize. Armel with 40 points of stolen intelligence. He wants to kill on Crystallize. The shards don't block him. So Crystallize will get some distance. But Raven, he's still got half of this duration of Metamorphosis with the double catapults. The mid-Rax was practically already dead. It went on that long. The creep wave of TNC was just too strong. But up on the north, Na'Vi looking for a rebuttal, pushing in the top lane with General, trying to force some retreat, but it ain't stopping TNC. They're all down the bottom. The fortification is slowing down TNC. Denny wants to fight. It's a fresh Dragon Form, but there are so many Ravens on the field. The Lincoln Sphere, it actually got broken, but no stun from Dendy. He stands the ground, but where are the friends? He has no friends. Down for 80 seconds. TNC, they're going to claim the second lane of Rax. General is still trying to walk back to be involved in this engagement. His Roar is back off cooldown. He can lend this to the party as he blinks away from the engagement of TNC. If they had him, they'd be very happy. But Crystallizes Flat Cannon. It's giving them pause for thought. 7 seconds till his BKB's back off cooldown. OD still trying to engage. Keep this intel up. He's at 32 points of it. Raven doesn't have Metamorphosis, but he has Aegis and Sunder, so he'll swap with the copy of the Rubik of all things to give him his life back. Ready to fight once more. Attacking the tier 4 towers. The Dream Coil is perfect. General and Crystallize locked in. The Terrorize forcing TNC once again to run away. The Death Ward. Crystallize happy to tank it because he's stealing the life back with a Satanic, but now that's burnt out too. Raven has to move back as well. Down to 800 HP. Maybe he doesn't actually. He's got Nagus the Immortal. He can just keep fighting. The Flat Cannon's too far away. It's just trying to kill off the creep wave for the moment. And then to jump back in from Sam H. But it's LeBron who's in trouble. OD has caught him. This could be it for Na'Vi. Too many dead. Not enough left to fight or hold the flag for Na'Vi. The tier 4 tower, the final remaining one, taken by TNC. They will go for the Radiant Ancient. Crystallize just comes back in again. He has the Satanic. The Flat Cannon damage is good. And now Lil doing some serious work. Trying to get close to do some damage, and he got it. He has to get a 3-man stun with the Cursed Crowd, but even with that, it's not enough. Then he will BKB, but the flipping on Crystallize. Tim's is so low. Crystallize needs to do some damage, but he can't do it. He cannot actually regen, so a buyback, that'll work with the cooldown, hitting practically everything at TNC. Puck getting caught inside the Bramble Maze. He gets pushed away, defensively imprisoned. Dark Willow wants the kill. She needs to escape, but can't do it. Stunned for too long by Sam H's Dream Coil. They go even deeper. You get one kill in return, but at what cost for Na'Vi? They've lost practically everything. Denji, you may as well buy back. It says you got it, but you've lost your throne. It's GG, well played. TNC have done it. They eliminate Na'Vi and will advance to the quarterfinals.
Oh, Toby, you've been talking a while there. That's kind of a long series of team play. Holy crap.